So hi guys, in my, you have to excuse me, my allergies are really bad today. If you hear me sniffling quite a bit, I'm sure. In my fishing mod review video for the two different fishing mods that are out there, I showed a turret, and the turret was designed specifically for killing the seagulls in the older fishing mod. Now, I just actually tried to do a video a minute ago, and I didn't have my microphone on, and the turret wasn't acting properly, so the whole thing was a disaster, and I have to kind of redo it. So, anyway, first off, I'd like to just say that this is not my design. I got the basic idea from another video, which I will link, and he goes into more detail than I will on how this thing works. But basically, you need a base. I raised mine up a little bit, but you can just basically have a flat piece on the ground. Then you need a wheel, a wire wheel, a plate or some kind of frame to go on the side of that wheel, a wheel to get placed on that frame or plate, and then 2 beacon sensors, 2 sign gates, and a target finder, and then of course the turrets. And my turrets, the way I have these set up is I have 3 of them because it just kind of eliminates the margin of error when you get further out. It gives you a better spread, so you're guaranteed to, or not guaranteed, but you have a better chance of hitting your target. For some reason, and I was having an issue with this in the last video, is that this beacon sensor is on the back of the wheel instead of on the front. It still will work this way, but it seems like it depends on where the target is in relation to the beacon sensor. Oh, and I've got children in the background yelling at me to do things. So hang on 1 second. So, so even though the beacon sensor's on the back, it should still work. I'm gonna make sure everything's unfrozen real quick, and I'll spawn an NPC so you guys can see. We'll do one over here. Okay, so that works. Put one on the So, okay, so it's working pretty decent right now. Okay. So real quick, let me just go over, and again, the other video will kind of show you in more detail because I'm just going to go over it really quickly. But you have your 2 beacon sensors represent your y-axis and your x-axis. Then you have your 2 sign gates, and one of those will be assigned for each axis, and then the move function of each wheel would be assigned then to the beacon sensor. So this one right here is the X beacon sensor, and the one that's on the wheel itself is your Y, because that's controlling your up and down movement. And again, not really sure why it flips around like that to the back of it, but it doesn't really matter. You just have to reposition your turrets. And my turrets are set to fire as soon as the target is acquired, which can be kind of a pain in the butt, but you can add like a wire button or whatever you want, really, so that once the target is found, you can actually manually turn it on or whatever you wanted to do there. So there's a lot of different things you can do, and you can make these in various scales. Like I built some bigger ones. Unfortunately, I don't have the proper duplication of it. I would show you. The duplication I have looks nice, but it does not function. So I don't know why I ever saved it, but that's okay. That's really about it. I'm not going to go down to the water and try to get the seagull to come because it'll take me too long, I'm sure. You guys don't want to watch me trying to get a seagull to come out of the water. But just to show you, in Wiremod, if you are on the target finder, you can filter your targets. So you can target particular NPCs, you can target certain props, target names, Steam IDs. In my case, or on this particular target finder on that turret, I have the fishing mod seagull entity on there. And oops. Well, now I lost that. That's okay. It's saved on the turret itself, so it doesn't matter. So sometimes it's hit and miss with these things, but at the same time, I've tried a lot of different turret models, or turret build designs rather, I guess. And out of all of them, this is the one that just seems to be like the most basic go-to design. It works 90% of the time. You have to play around with it some. I don't know why I'm having trouble with some of the duplications of it today, but I'm really not that concerned about it. Like I said, you can do a lot with it. You can add buttons to it, do whatever you want to make it actually start firing. So you can use it for just sandbox game modes. You can like RP game modes, whatever you want. So nice, stable turret model. Okay, so that is about it. I just wanted to kind of go over that because I know I showed it in my other video and I didn't really talk about it. So that is the turret.